Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Talk Jonesboro. Today we have Michael Jackson of Diego Ranch. And Michael, welcome, and tell us a little bit about Diego Ranch and how it got started.
Well, thank you. We got started, my girlfriend and I, a couple of years ago, we were out at Craighead Forest riding around, and we've just noticed how much...
Riding horses.
Yeah, riding horses. And we noticed how the kids just flocked to us and wanted to be around the horses, and we were putting the kids on the horses and walking them around and just having a good time with them. And it seems like every time we go out there, we spend more time letting the kids pet our horses and sit on the horses than we ever do riding. And I've grown up doing charity work most of my life, and I was in Boy Scouts and that. And so it was just a good fit to bring in, to bring kids to a riding program in Jonesboro. I think it's something that's much needed around here. And I did a program a long time ago called Special Olympics Basketball Skills. I was chairman of that project, and just to see those kids' faces light up and be able to do something that they don't get to do all the time. And I started doing a lot of research on therapy programs through equine. And it's actually a proven therapy what equine does for the kids.
Correct.
So mentally and physically. On the physical side of it, a horse's gait, their walk, actually mimics the human walk. It's really the only land animal that mimics our walk.
Really?
And so when you take a child who's physically disabled in a wheelchair or whatever, and you put them on a horse, that movement of that horse moves those muscles and that they normally don't get stimulated, you know.
Huh.
And also, while they're on that horse, their brains tell them that they're moving. Unlike being hooked up to a machine and having their legs mechanically moved for them, that they're sitting there and going, well, the machine's moving my legs, that they're on that horse and they see themselves moving. They don't think of it as the horse moving, you know, they see themselves as moving.
That's very interesting. Now, you've done this, and so you created Diego Ranch. You're a contractor, so you know how to build things.
Right.
And you're a horse lover. You've got horses, and so you've decided somehow that you can put these two passions together to do something good for kids. Tell me how you got started and how the thought process played out.
Well, I've had horses all my life and been around them, and it's a passion of mine. I couldn't see myself without horses, you know. And I think everybody needs that therapy if you have a disability or not, everybody needs help.
Right.
And so I've noticed how relaxing it's made me from when I was young to now, and the things that it's done for me. I grew up not be able to see very good. I had to wear glasses for 5 years, and I couldn't read very well. And I've had to learn things to help me throughout my life to better cope. I've had 3 concussions, so my memory's not the best in the world, but there's things I have to do, and I kind of relate those things with what I do with the horses when I teach the kids. There's something when they get out there that the kids relaxing, and they end up learning patience, and they learn control, and they learn how to move a horse, not even riding one, but being on the ground, but being able to stick their arm out and tell a horse which direction to go, and making a kissing noise to make them move forward, and turning that horse and stopping that horse just by using your hand signals and your voice. And it's not that the horse is trained for that. It's just that horse knows pressure and release. And when you put pressure on somebody, they're going to move away from you, or they're going to lock up. But if you put pressure on them just enough where you move and then you release that, the horse is going to start learning that release. And it's just I don't know how to explain it really well, but it's just a relaxing feeling, I guess.
Right. And so you've sought, have you sought medical experts? Have you sought?
Yeah, I have a guy right now that that we're going to be bringing into the program when we get our facility done. It's a guy in Jonesboro, and he works with kids right now in mental and physical. So
you've got. Do you take kids for rides right now? You're doing this.
we give lessons right now, and the thing is, Diego Ranch is for everybody. It's not just for the disability. I have people call me constantly wanting to bring their kid out to do lessons. And they said, do they have to meet a qualification for a disability or not? And there's no qualifications. And I don't even look at any of the kids that I do have that have a disability. I don't look at it as a disability. You know, we just bring out the best in them.
Right.
You know, and it's not anything I'm doing. I'm not a therapist or anything. I consider my horses as like a therapist more than anything.
Well, tell us a little bit about your horses. What type of horses do you have?
Well, we have 2 quarter horses out there, Chance and Brago. They're both 18 years old, so they're
Quarter horses, so we're going to be able to sprint.
yeah. There's a quarter run. That's it, and they're done. Actually, they're kind of chunky and lazy,
Okay.
so
Good.
they can run pretty good, but they're chunky and lazy. They're great with the kids. They're two bigger horses, so people are of size and stuff. It's good for them to be on those 2 guys, and then I've got 3 gaited horses, and what that is a fast walking horse, and they've got a smooth walk. And 2 of the horses we have are what they're called Rocky Mountains, and they're out of Kentucky, and they were endangered species over a year ago, and there's only 15,000 in the United States, so they're a very rare breed, and they're known to be the puppy dog of the horse world. They're just very relaxed, want to be your best friend, don't want to do anything wrong, just sweethearts.
And they're beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've got like a golden mane, don't
Yeah,
they?
they're chocolate colored, dark chocolate with a blonde mane and tail or a flax mane and tail.
Yeah, they look like a caramel chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one of them that I have, he changes colors. Like every week you go out there, 2 weeks you go out there, he'll be a different color. He'll be solid chocolate, or he'll have spots all over him, or the spots turn into looks like almost like spider webs all over him. And at the end of the summer, he'll be completely as blonde as his mane and tail are. He just bleaches.
Is that right?
He bleaches out, and but the other one doesn't, and they're actually brothers.
Wow.
So
And they're gentle.
yeah, very sweet. And I've got another horse. It's a Pasifino, and it's a Spanish bred horse, and they're one of the smoothest horses you could ride.
Very cool.
Very, very smooth, and I mean all 3 of those horses, they can cruise up to 25 mile an hour, and you're just sitting up there just like on a magic carpet.
That's hard to believe. That's hard to believe. For you,
Yeah.
a veteran rider. For me, the 54-year-old kid that's going to be flopping around. Or you think I could ride a horse like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't let the kids just jump on a horse like that and take off. I mean, we do a lot of round pen work with the kids, and we give them riding lessons and stuff. We teach them how to properly sit in the saddle, how to properly use their legs, and because most people think when you get on a horse, if I asked you how you get on a horse, how you control him, how do you make him turn left and right, most people are going to say you pull his head this way and you pull his head that way, and that's actually not how you turn a horse. You're actually turning a horse with your leg pressure. And stuff, and that's one reason for the spurs. The spurs just help you where you don't have to move your leg near as much to give that little bit of a pressure to have them turn.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'm not really 54, Michael. I just maybe 45. I just said that. But so you've got a ranch, but you're looking for a space to create. You're looking for property right now,
right.
to put a big facility to help this charity that you've created to do work for children and I guess adults.
Yeah, we it's, like I said, it's for everybody. We are a 501c3. We're a nonprofit, and we're searching out. We're looking for 60 plus acres for a facility, and we're going to be putting in a pretty nice facility here in Jonesboro. and we'll probably be like a little bit smaller than what the ASU Equine Center is. Looking at putting in a nice indoor riding arena and a barn connected to it.
You've got designs for it. I've seen those designs, and it's designed in a certain way that makes kids feel safe, and it's friendly. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, for one of the things is we're putting up a fabric building, and the reason for it is a metal building, it sweats, and anything where there's any moisture causes mold and mildew. And I've got some kids right now going through chemo treatment and stuff, and they can't be around stuff like that. So we've really studied for a year. We've studied the whole program that we've put together and stuff. I mean, we've spent a year on it putting together. It's not something we just slapped overnight. And with my building background, being a contractor for 26 years, at least I had a lot of experience in the building part of it that helped out. But there's several things with the fabric building. It's 20 degrees cooler in the summer versus a metal building, 20 degrees warmer in the winter. And there's no shadows inside the building from sunlight, or, I guess a metal building wouldn't have sunlight. It's got lights, where this is letting the sunlight come inside the building.
All right. Well, you're a contractor, and contractors make money, but now you've gone full time into this passion that you found because, I guess because you're grown and you feel like that it really warms your heart to see these kids. But now you've got to have money. I mean, maybe you're just wealthy, but congratulations on that. But now you've got people that I'm sure are donating to this because this is such a good cause, and Jonesboro is a giving community.
I've had a lot of people step forward and help out, and just it's overwhelmed me how much support I've had so far. But on the horses, and I pay for all my horses' equipment and their feed and all that, and I do all the training with them and stuff. I was in a wheelchair the other day working with them, so the horses are not spooked around kids with the wheelchair. So I do a lot of the training that I know that they're going to be around, that they're not going to fear it, get spooked over it and stuff like that. I even had a little girl the other day with a whip and a big old white plastic bag on it, and she's waving around the horse. Horse is just standing there looking at her like, whatever.
I've seen this before, huh?
Yeah. And so, he's just very relaxed. I got really good horses, but I've put the time, energy into it to make good horses to put children on. I've had Barton's Lumber Company was a good sponsor for us, and they provided all the material for us to build a wheelchair ramp and a platform out there. I know they're going to be a good sponsor for future things too, especially when we build our facility. But they've been great helping us out. Jonesboro Rotary Club donated $1,000 to us, which was great. They helped us buy a bunch of saddles and the pads and stuff like that. Most people don't realize that I've got 48 kids right now doing lessons, and so that's a lot of different saddles I need for different size kids.
I see.
And then and I've got different size horses that I've got to put this kid on a certain horse, but I've got to have this type of saddle for this horse and this type of saddle for this kid, to make everything fit. So it's a big expense.
Right. So you've got the horse community, the rodeo community. I'm sure you're well connected with, but anyone who has those type of things that they're willing to donate, I'm sure you would be proud to connect with. Yeah,
most definitely. And I've had several people donate saddles to us and stuff, and it's been great. The main saddles we actually use out there are English riding saddles, and the reason why is it's easier for the kids to be able to use their legs in an English saddle versus a Western saddle.
Really?
The smaller kids on the Western saddle, the leather's too thick. The stirrups on them, they just can't bend their legs. They can't move their legs. It's kind of like they're just locked in there. And I need to be able to teach them how to use their legs properly. So.
Very nice. Well, if somebody wanted to contribute, if somebody wanted to help out or be a part of it, how can they do it?
We have a Facebook page that it's Diego Ranch INC Incorporated, and anybody can, if they have Facebook, they can get on there and like our page, send us a message. We have a donate button on there if people like to donate and help us out. Like I said, this is an amazing program. It's already helped out a ton of kids. I've got one student right now who she has dyslexia and ADHD, and her grades have already improved in school. So it's been amazing for her already. In fact, when she first came to the program, she wouldn't even look up at me. She would mumble when she talked to me. And we actually had her on KIT one time, and she's sitting on a horse talking to Diana Davis with a mic in front of her face and a camera pointed at her, and she was looking at her and talking to her like she's done it all her life, which I was all nervous like now.
That's funny. That's great. That is fabulous. Well, where right now are you located?
Right now we're over by West Side.
Okay.
We're behind Joey Glob Photography. We're actually on his property.
Okay.
He's been a great guy helping me out. He's helped me out with this project a lot. With all my flyers that I've done and stuff with my Facebook. He's just been a great guy to step up and help us out.
But for your new facility, you're looking for land. You're looking for a donation of land.
I mean, that would be absolutely great. If that would happen, that saves money that I can put into the program. We found 11 properties inside the city limits that we're very interested in. And I'm getting ready to contact those people and talk to them and show them. I do have a meeting coming up with one of the guys and show them what we're all about and what we're doing and how we're helping.
That would be a tax-deductible donation if it happened.
Yeah, it's 100% tax.
Yeah. And the difference in that facility and the one you have now would be?
Well, one, we're going to build. I can't build anything out there at Joey's. It's his property.
Right.
But we'll be able to build our facility out there and stuff and be set up. And the thing is most therapeutic riding schools, they don't last very long, and it's sad that they don't. But the biggest reasons are because they ask for donations constantly, and they apply for grants constantly. But the way we've got this program set up, that we'll end up self-funding ourselves, and be able to, and hopefully with the money we make and stuff, that we'll be able to contribute back to Jonesboro. We want to be able to end up giving back to Jonesboro. We want to be able to donate to other nonprofits and other organizations that need help. But the way we've done this is we're going to be able to have rodeos out there, barrel races out there. We'll have people where they can, if you would like to buy a horse one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
That you could come out, you could have your horse out at our facility and use the facility. So there's several things that we're putting together to make money for the facility, and to help out with it. So, what also helps is me having a rodeo out there or a barrel race out there that gets people out to our facility. It shows people what we're doing on the therapy side of it, and that will end up bringing us either people that want to volunteer to help out, or somebody wants to make a donation to help out with the facility. So it's a win-win for us.
Well, Michael Jackson and Diego Ranch is just one more example of Jonesboro taking care of other people in Jonesboro and around Northeast Arkansas. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for taking time to visit with us on Let's Talk.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.